Hello everyone, it's Melanie. I am working on a little journal and I thought I would bring you along with me, even though I'm already about halfway finished with it. I made, I have these busy hands journals. I made this one a few weeks ago. It has 5 signatures and it has a soft spine that has heavy canvas on the inside, and then I put a piece of an old quilt on the outside. This one has 5 signatures and it doesn't have any, the pages are all different sizes. And I did a lot of sewing pages together. There are a couple of fold outs, but there are no pockets, but there are a couple of envelopes. So there's some fold outs like that. Lots of fabric that I added in and ruffles. So then I thought I sewed a couple of, like there's an envelope that I put in there. So I really enjoyed making this, and I've noticed that since I made it, I just want to flip through it all the time. I've done a few, I've stapled some stuff in because it's going to be my next busy hands journal, which for me is just the journal where I collect all the little things that collect on my desk and paper scraps and, things that don't go into my composition book journal end up in one of these journals. But I just love flipping through it. So I'm going to make another one. And that's what I'm working on, but I'm going to tell you a little story before I get started. So I posted a follow-up video last night to that video that I posted, to the video that's still on my channel. I posted a follow-up where I went through my June composition book journal. And it turned out to be a really long video. It was 50 minutes, which is pretty long, but I decided I'm just going to go ahead and post it. It was kind of hard for me to post because, I have a lot of people ask to see those composition book journals, but at the same time, they're my personal journals. I write stuff in there that I don't intend to share, really. So I redacted quite a bit of stuff, covered it up. And anyway, long story short, it was a 50-minute long video, almost an hour. And I posted it last night. And before I usually post a video and then I will, I don't hang around. I post it and then I go to bed or I do whatever. But I posted it and it was so fast after I posted it that I hadn't even had time to get off the computer, that I had 2 likes and 1 dislike. So someone disliked my video, my 50-minute long video, and the most that they could have possibly watched of it was 2.5 or 3 minutes. And I'll be the first to tell you, I don't have a thick enough skin for that, because when I do something like share something very personal to me, like my personal journal, which I'm irritated with myself. I shouldn't even have posted it. It was too, I'm too vulnerable for it. I'm holding myself responsible at this point. But last night I was really upset that there are people out there, or one in particular, because somebody disliked my other video too right away, that there are people out there that have such a disdain for what I'm doing and for me or something, that they feel compelled to dislike a video they haven't even watched. And let me tell you, that you feel that. That feels personal. That feels really personal. If you dislike it before you even watch it, feels personal. So, you know, like I said, I shouldn't even have posted the video. It was way too personal. You know, the first few minutes of the video, I talk about the fact that my father-in-law did pass away. He died on June 7th. And it's very frustrating, and I'm probably stuck in the anger stage of grief for a while because, you know, he didn't have COVID, but because of COVID, he didn't get the medical care that he needed, and he passed away. And he wasn't ready to go. By the end, by the time we had moved him to hospice, and he was ready to go, but in the beginning he was fighting hard, and we lost him. And that's what I said in the first part of that video. That's what I was talking about. And someone felt compelled to dislike that video within the first 3 minutes of it being posted. So you didn't even watch the video. No, I'm gonna have to, I can't do this. I'm gonna get myself all upset. Okay, so I talked to my husband this morning about it because I was in one of those moods, you know, like, why am I even doing this? If people, and I know that there are so many of you out there that say such nice things, and I don't know. I wish I could somehow express to you how everything nice that's said means so much to me, but it's just so hard to ignore something like someone disliking something that you did without even watching it. I mean, that feels like they're you know, that feels like they just don't like me, and I don't like people not liking me. I'm a pretty likable person. So I talked to my husband about it this morning, and in so many words, he said, why don't you just make lemons out of lemonade and do a giveaway? So I decided, after thinking about it, that instead of sitting around today sulking, I'm gonna make another video really quickly, so I'm not, you know, falling off the horse. I'm gonna get back on the horse, and I'm telling you, I'm just admitting straight up that it upset me, and I don't think that I will post such personal things anymore. So there you go, whoever you are, you get your wish. You don't have to watch that, but I would encourage you, whoever you are, who doesn't give any constructive criticism but feels compelled to dislike something you have hardly even watched, I would encourage you to just move on, because there's a lot of content on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff out there, and I would really encourage you to just go find something else to watch. I don't know why anyone would want to spend time on something that they don't like, you know? So if you don't like what I'm doing, move on. There's 38 trillion other videos on YouTube. So what I'm gonna do instead, for everyone else, I'm going to make another one of these little journals, this real scrappy, stitchy kind of thing. I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. Don't comment. It won't be off of this. It won't be off the comments of this video. I'll let you know when I'm gonna give it away, because I'll have to work on it a little more. So, but anyway, so we're gonna kill it with kindness. I'm gonna try to not let it bother me, and I'm gonna, hopefully, now that I've gotten it off my chest, I'm just gonna move on. So thank you if you commented on my other video with this nice, sweet comment. I appreciate it. It was very nice of you. And your kindness does not go unnoticed. Okay, enough of that. So what I'm doing is I just sort of pulled, because in this particular journal, I did something I don't usually do, which is I used a bunch of, I used some Project Life cards and some of these like die cut things that I had gotten from, I don't know, Tuesday morning. And then sometimes I think a while back, I think I'd get them with a pack of paper, but I did use quite a few of these Project Life cards and stuff like that and stitched them in. So I just kind of pulled some, I pulled some papers that I thought would look cute with this. The cover is kind of a tealy green. I didn't do anything to the cover. And then I stitched, it's got a soft spine that's a layer of canvas on the inside, and you know, I could just take that out. It doesn't match and it's kind of bugging me. I think I'm going to take it out because I don't need it at this point. I did it when I was in the other room, in the sewing room, to hold it together, and I just picked up this magenta because that's what was sitting there. But I think I'm going to take this stitching out because it's kind of bugging me. But I enjoyed it, and I'm going to put together another journal like this of the scrappy, stitchy kind of thing, and then I'll do a giveaway for it. So I don't know how long it'll take me to finish it. I'll try to record all the steps of working on it if you're interested. And we'll see how it goes. So I also cleaned out the bobbin case and underneath in my sewing machine, because if I use the sewing machine on camera, I know it's loud, and I don't like having to go in and edit out all of the sewing machine noise. But I know that when the bobbin case and the bobbin race underneath it, when they're dirty, when they've got lint in them, it tends to make a banging sound inside the machine. That's just what happens. So I cleaned out the machine. Hopefully it won't be as loud, but I wanted to do some sewing on this. So I just pulled some some papers that I thought would look good, and oh yeah, I like this better without that stitching. And then when I stitch the signatures in, which I think I'm going to do 2 signatures, when I stitch the signatures in, then that will help hold this, hold that fabric in place. So yeah, I like that better. And I can sort of massage those holes out of there. So funny, I closed the doors to this room. We have a set of pocket doors, 2 doors that close for in here. Oh, that's why, because I didn't machine stitch it. Now it's making me think, you know, could I stitch right there? Because that would be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and it may be a total fail, but I'm gonna try stitching right down the edge here, although it's gonna be inside. I can't get that close. If I had a zipper foot, I could get that close. I could stitch right next to the edge. Let me see if there's a zipper foot over here. No zipper foot in this room. Well, maybe I'll just wait until I stitch it on. But I do like that better without that on there. I like that better. So I was thinking 2 signatures, and I was going to put these, something pretty, a floral on each one, and then each one will get a little set of envelopes. And I'm not going to do any pockets, but I am going to do, like I said, flip outs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think think now that I have, I'm going to put this on the outside. Let me pick what I want to put on the inside, and I don't, for the center spread, and I don't want it to be very big, because that way when you are looking at the center spread, you can still see all, you know, you can still see a lot of the other pages and stuff. So actually that would work. That would be a pretty center spread. Okay. And then for this one, that would be pretty, but I already used that paper right there. That's too big. Yeah, I want something attractive in the middle, something pretty. Maybe I could just do a small piece of paper like this, and then I'll just stitch something on it. I thought that was kind of cute. I thought this was cute. Let's do that. So this will go on there. I'll put some glue on one side. And my pages can't be wider than 4 3/4 inches. Makes it stick out of the book, so I don't want to go any further than that. So I'll stitch that. I guess I could leave that open right there and just stitch it right here. Oh, I should do it this way. So I'll do it this way. So I'm going to stitch. I'll give it a second so I'm not stitching while it's wet. Stitch that there, and then maybe what about something like this? Oh, it doesn't match that. This is where I put all those weird kind of just die cut things that I don't usually use. But I used them in my last journal, that other journal I just showed you, and I really liked them. I thought they looked cute in there. Okay, I like that. Do we want it that way? I think we do. I'm just going to put a little bit on there just to hold it in place. So I'll stitch that. Ooh, I really like this. Could I stitch this too? Oh, it would be fun if this was like a flip. What about that? That's kind of interesting. So you could tuck something in, or I could put it on a bigger page. Like this, and stitch it on two sides so that you could actually stick something in there. Or do we like it sticking off the edge? I think I'm gonna put it on here like this. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue, just enough to hold it in place while I stitch it. And I'm going to put it on here. And then I'll stitch right there. Okay, hold your ears, I'm gonna stitch. And the stitching that I was doing in this, oh yeah, it's much quieter now. The stitching I was doing in this is just kind of, just loose and kind of floppy and whatnot. So, oh, and I forgot, I wanted to leave the strings, leave long strings. Okay, I like that. like that. The only thing that's kind of weird about having all the pages being different sizes is sometimes it can be tricky to write on. But like I keep a writing board. This is, I don't know if it's part of a Happy Planner or the cover off of an Erin Condren of my daughter's, but I keep these that are heavily laminated after she's finished with her planners. And I'll put these behind as a writing board to kind of stabilize everything. The other thing that's really cool about these spines like this is that you can fold it back on itself. So if I'm working, say, you know, I'm working right here and it's really wobbly because there's bulk in the middle, I could actually take this and fold it back like that and make it flat. And you can fold it back on itself like a spiral, and make it so that it's flat, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, I was gonna stitch it though. Let me stitch here really quick. And I'm gonna stitch right there. Okay. Like that. Like it, like it, like it. So I'm not sure how many pages. This needs something in between here. I went to Tuesday Morning the other day because somebody's Tuesday Morning video popped up on my suggested videos, and I watched it, and it was like, oh my, it was a current video. I mean, it was only like a couple of days old, but her Tuesday Morning had some cool, I mean, really nice stuff. So I jumped in the car and went to my Tuesday Morning. None of it. Didn't have any of that at all. And I've been back once since then, and they didn't have it then either. So I don't know, maybe that particular store is doesn't get a lot of crafts, you know, craft stuff. I don't know. But Tuesday Morning has kind of quickly become my go-to for a lot of things because they usually have a decent selection of stuff. Let's see. Oh, I found this. I thought this was pretty. It's like a bookmark. Maybe I'll just put it in there as a bookmark, though. And I thought that was cute. It doesn't really match the colors of the book, though. These are really pretty. And they're not too thick. These are, I think these are from Joann. These are cardstock. They're really thick. But these are really thin. So they wouldn't, you could still write. Oh, look. It's kind of, that's pretty. Does that match the cover at all? Maybe. That's kind of pretty too. I like that. I'm liking this kind of red-ish stuff because it matches that bit there on the front. Oh, that's cute. This is cute. Oh, I could put a doily in it. Just married. No, I was just married 27 years ago. And my guy is a keeper. Oh, I like that. Oh, that one has a hole. I could make a spinner. Everybody likes a spinner, or at least I do. I like a spinner. This is what I don't like about these die cuts. When they're perforated and you punch them out, then it leaves those little nubby parts where it was you know, still attached until you punched it out. I don't like those little nubby things. That's cute though. Oh, that's an idea. Whoever gets this journal, I can put their initials. I can put their initials on it. Okay, guys, well, it's been almost, let's see, it's almost 30 minutes. I am going to do some more sewing and get these pages like I want them. And then I'll come back and show you what I've got and bind the book. And I can show you how I've been binding these. I mean, it's just the same way as I bind everything else, but binding a, oh, that's pretty. What am I trying to say? This, binding a soft spine. So anyway, thank you everyone for your sweet comments on the other video. If you got a notification that I published another video, you should be able to watch it if you go back to the actual notification and click on the link of the video from the notification. Otherwise, I'm going to keep that video private right now. I'm not willing to put myself out there like that, and that's my choice, and I should have known better. Should have known better. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching along, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.